Stop me if you've heard this one before, but Edge is really good at this whole pro wrestling thing. We have new #1 contenders for the women's tag team titles. Again. And Apollo Crews apparently has just run out of to give. I'm Rick Ucchino, really happy to be back with you again, and let's get right into it. It is the Elimination Chamber Go-Home edition of Friday Night SmackDown's The Good, The Bad, and The Ugly. And as always, we will start with the good. Edge was all over the place on Friday. He opened and closed the show and had several guest spots in between. He interacted with all 7 men who could walk out of Elimination Chamber as the Universal Champion. Now, I know some people did complain when the 47-year-old Hall of Famer won the Royal Rumble and the right to main event WrestleMania 37, but ever since then, he's been putting guys over and giving the backstage rub, get your head out of the gutter, to several guys in the locker room. He teased 5 different matches alone on Friday that I would die to see before he hangs up the boots for one final time. But while SmackDown this week was all about building intrigue toward Elimination Chamber and who will face Roman Reigns, guys, it really doesn't matter one bit. We know Roman Reigns is walking out of Elimination Chamber as the Universal Champion, and while it is not official, we know he will be facing Edge for that Universal Championship in the main event of WrestleMania 37. Or at least one of the main events, but I would be stunned if that was not the Night 2 main event match. I really did like the exchange between these two that opened up the show, and I'm really enjoying the evolution of Edge's character as a whole. Wily old vet Edge is a lot of fun to watch. He's got nearly 30 years of experience to call on, and he is using it to play mind games with the tribal chief already. Roman Reigns, to his credit, is still great. Just think, guys, we get 7 more weeks, if I'm doing my math correctly, 7 more weeks of these two cutting promos on one another. Sign me up for that. Also, quick sidebar, Sami Zayn was really great in this opening segment, but I particularly loved how Roman Reigns did not break eye contact with Edge the entire time that Sami Zayn was shooting his mouth off. Then, of course, Jey Uso kicked his head off, and then we got a suspicious whisper from Reigns to Edge. No clue what was said there, but I'm sure we'll find out eventually, right? I mean, it's not like WWE is known to just drop things. There were 2 other MVPs for me on Friday. I will start with Apollo Crews. Yes, he lost his match to Shinsuke Nakamura, but the real substance happened after that match when he took out both Nakamura and Big E. Heck, he sent E to the hospital on a stretcher after some vicious... Welcome back. Welcome back, Rick. Heck, he sent E to the hospital on a stretcher after some vicious shots with the steel ring steps. He also had a great line about not wanting to go back to catering. Apollo Crews, the character, knows that he's better than his record as of late and realizes if he keeps losing, he could lose his spot on the show. Now he's going full survival mode. He will do whatever to whomever to get what he wants, and right now what he wants is another shot at that Intercontinental Championship. I love this side that we're seeing from Apollo Crews. Also, by the way, props to Big E. Dude was living his best life. That was before he got sent to the hospital. My man was lounging on a couch, soaking his feet, eating a hungry man dinner while on commentary. That is how it's done, folks. My second MVP of the night, though, goes to Bayley. I know there was a lot going on during Ding Dong Hello this week. She barely got to talk, but the best actors know what to do when the spotlight isn't on them, and she was just the right amount of annoyed during this entire segment and really helped sell it. Also, she went on to wrestle in a turtleneck and no shoes. Nothing but respect here. Moving on to the bad now. Well, the Riott Squad lost again. Billie Kay got involved once again. They ended up losing to Natalya and Tamina. I'm not gonna lie, this is getting kind of old now, right? I think we can agree on that. This bit, there was nothing new here this week. Nothing. This whole angle with the Riott Squad and Billie Kay is really starting to tread water, and miraculously, Billie Kay can help Natty and Tamina win, but not the Riott Squad.
What?
And then she gets her head kicked off by Tamina for her troubles anyway. Like, look, WWE is really starting to do some great things with the women's tag team division. It's really starting to get some momentum. You got 3 different teams that are lined up now for Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler to get those women's tag team titles. But none of them are the Riott Squad, and that makes me truly sad. You have newer teams like, well, Sasha Banks and Bianca Belair, who earned their opportunity, or should I say Reggie earned the opportunity for them on Friday, and now they will face Nia and Shayna at Elimination Chamber. But also you have Dakota Kai and Raquel Gonzalez. They have been together for a year, not nearly as long as the Riott Squad. And Lana and Naomi, they're getting a shot, okay? Ruby Riott, Liv Morgan, they're too good for this. They're so good. I just want the Riott Squad to win matches. I just want them to win matches. Is that too much to ask? Seriously. And finally, the ugly. To be honest, this week's show was really good, guys. I mean, chaotic at times, but a lot of fun. Just what a good go-home show should be. I honestly have very little complaints, except, honestly, for the continued absence of Aleister Black and Buddy Murphy. I know it's only a 2-hour show, and you can only do so much, but you seriously have nothing for these guys? Nothing for guys the talent of Aleister Black and Buddy Murphy. At least we saw Buddy for like half a second last week when the SmackDown superstars surrounded the ring for Seth Rollins' return, but he made a very quick exit along with everybody else except for Cesaro. It's almost like the whole last year with his arc involving Rollins and the Mysterios, it just didn't happen. I know a lot of us would like to wish 2020 didn't happen, but come on, man. Our little buddy deserves a little bit more than that. That's our video this time around. Make sure to give us the old thumbs up there. Oh, also make sure to subscribe to the SK Wrestling YouTube channel for more content like this, plus exclusive interviews, including my chat with Sami Zayn, which should be up live in its entirety now, and so much more.